Hello, and good morning. I am coming to you today on a beautiful day out by the farm where I'm sitting, and I'm looking at the horses and the pens, and I'm just so grateful for everything that is going on in my life, and I pray that you are as well. It is a season of Thanksgiving, and I have so much to be thankful for, and obviously ONPASSIVE is one of those things, and this is going to be a video about the continuing journey of ONPASSIVE. And I'll start out with a little bit of a condensed history for those of us that are new and wanted to know how we got from where we were to where we are. My name is Jeffrey. Good morning. I wish blessings to you. And I know that Mr. Mufara has always been very passionate about technology and about the new sciences. I know that he has been long working with online systems, and he had become disappointed with the online marketplace and the many unethical practices that were going on there. And as a result, he developed an idea about a way for anybody to work from anywhere and make a living. So that's how everything started. That was back in 2018, and he was determined to do it the right way. He had to first create, however, a fresh new business model to get this thing off the ground. So he sifted and sorted, and he went through hundreds of criteria to develop a revolutionary new model based on cooperation, based on connectedness that is sustainable, long-term, and globally legal. His new model is what he based ONPASSIVE on, and you can learn about that model by Googling ONPASSIVE, the perfect solution. It's a wonderful thing, and if your business needs a boost, then go look at that. But anyway, at the very start, there was only a general plan, a strong desire, and there was a slogan, do it or die. That's when the work started, and he started with creating a simple path that was accessible to anybody so that others could join his adventure. That path led everybody to becoming a founder member of GoFounders, which is a ONPASSIVE platform. Now, because Mr. Mufara had previously worked in creating several marketing platforms with great success, he's also worked with people all over the world. And just in time, he knew of a company in India that was downsizing, so he hired some of those employees to create Team ONPASSIVE based in Kolkata, India. And this first thing that they did was to automate the GoFounders, which allowed founders to market ONPASSIVE, to invite other founders, and to stay in touch with each other. Now, that first year, we tried working out the kinks of all that we had started, with the original idea of becoming a massive network platform. And the original concept had a window of 60 to 90 days. It had a budget of about $100,000, and we expected to serve a very practical estimate of 3 to 20 million users projected over 2 or 3 years. However, toward the end of 2018, we started experiencing a gain in membership that was a lot bigger and faster than anybody ever expected. And moving into 2019, we hit 10,000 founders, which was incredible. Now, the continued momentum into February of that year, last year, it gave us the confidence, gave Mr. Mufara the confidence to increase the budget and create more tools, add them to our collection of products, and by the end of March 2019, we had doubled to 20,000 founders. Now, until this time, or probably around April of 2019 at least, ONPASSIVE really didn't work quite as well as he had planned, and we were still trying to work out the kinks, as I'd said earlier. However, in April of 2019, in Mr. Mufara's words, we got it right. That's when he made a commitment to go all in and live up to the do it or die slogan. That was about the time that Mr. Mufara also called an unplanned webinar through the bulk email blast to the entire foundership with the words, I quit, in the subject line, and later that webinar was dubbed the I Quit webinar, which you've probably heard about, and some of you listening probably remember. Now, during the first part of that webinar, he explained that he was just going to quit giving deadlines, that he's going to quit giving any dates or timelines for projects and such because the process was simply too fluid. It turned out to be a shock strategy to get the membership to understand the reality of what we were trying to do, and it marked a strategy change for ONPASSIVE. And I will tell you from personal experience, after recording that webinar, when the recording stopped, we continued for more than an hour, and it turned out to be one of the best webinars I have ever attended in my life. So, In June of last year, 2019, we had added a lot more marketing tools to what was now a full-fledged product suite. Meanwhile, our founder base kept growing, and by the end of the month, we had 30,000 founders. Going into the second half of 2019, after some thoughtful consideration, the office, Team ONPASSIVE in Calcutta, was moved to Bangalore and took on more staff. Bangalore is also in India. That's when ONPASSIVE deviated from a standard online marketing company by joining a business sector that dealt with computing that included software, telecommunications, and generally anything in communication or systems that help transfer information. Now, once information technology was added atop an already massive network marketing program, it's not a program, it's a platform. It all started moving again. Now, as development of new core digital products emerged, concepts for radical breakthrough technologies also came about. And as we continued to expand on all fronts, we also grew in capability. So, as that scope grew along with the product base, we were looking at automation as a means to streamline efficiencies because a system of interrelated products was very quickly becoming the foundation of the brand new business structure. And by the time we entered the third quarter of 2019, we were looking at 35,000 founder accounts. Now, during that summer, we realized a couple of things. Firstly, that automation that we kept asking for from our developers, it wasn't even possible with the traditional technology that was currently available. And secondly, we didn't have the expertise to add all the features we wanted to without getting it from other companies or going outside of our own company. Those realizations led us to pursue having everything done in-house with full automation and pushed us into the realm of artificial intelligence, or more specifically, machine learning. Now, as a result, we incorporated our own AI into what quickly turned our product suite into a smart business solution. And when we added newly created products, the ones we couldn't previously have done in-house, that SBS became the internet's first ever digital and internet solution that we proudly call a total internet solution with full and complete automation. Now, by the end of the year, we were over 50,000 founder accounts. And when 2020 rolled in with a bang, we shortly saw later the COVID-19 pandemic expressing itself all over the globe. India was hit hard and our IT hub was shut down or conducted minimal operations as directed by the Prime Minister more than once. And during this time, those that could work from home or from remote locations did. We expanded further by developing more high-level IT products and even beefed up some of the existing ones so they actually became standalone businesses, which in turn became individual departments. And as they were piling up, by the end of the first quarter 2020, we had 66,000 founder accounts. And as the development continued, the number of departments grew. As you may imagine, the more we did, the more it cost, and expenditures skyrocketed as well. And since then, products, programs, and services have been continually developed that have pushed our digital evolution beyond anybody's expectations, even Mr. Mufara's. Our foundership seemed to have had a critical mass, though, as people realized the magnitude and sophistication of what we were doing. And by the end of June, second quarter 2020, we hit 100,000 founder accounts. Now, by the end of September this year, we achieved another milestone, 200,000 founder accounts. Of course, by this time, we're hiring at a much higher rate. We're a much more attractive entity as a business, and we are also attracting a lot more high-quality leaders. So by the end of October 2020, that number had grown to 250,000, and we had 50 independent departments within ONPASSIVE, and half of those are standalone businesses. I hope you're understanding this is a massive undertaking and that you need to be involved and you need to be in it to win it with the rest of us, okay? So anyway, all right, to change gears for a minute, we've got an office in Orlando. It allows us to maintain a U.S. presence. It's a real office that we manage as a managerial space. However, we outgrew our rented IT office in Bangalore. That just took about 2 months to max it out. Rather than expanding Bangalore, the hub would be moved to a place called High Tech City in Hyderabad, also in India. Now, as an aside, High-Tech City is an acronym. Its formal name is the Hyderabad Information Technology and Engineering Consultancy City. It's a huge district that's located there, and it spreads over about 200 acres. Now, to be properly staffed, ONPASSIVE needs at least 1,000 people, minimally. And we've got more than half of that already, and we're ready to downsize the Bangalore office and move that staff into Hyderabad. But we also have a large recruiting team, so by the end of the year, we fully expect to max out the capacity of that new building, which incidentally is a 5-story building that we have to ourselves. So we're occupying 2 floors of that already, and there are 2 other ones undergoing renovation, and you'll notice that we had the signs put up when you see the pictures in just a little bit that I put on the video. So the sum result of our efforts so far is an online digital marketing ecosystem with an AI neural net that we call the Total Internet Solution. TIS for sure. And yeah, it's smart and completely automated. And the AI is emotionally and technologically intelligent, okay? This system, along with its peripherals and digital backbone, combine the 4 technological pillars of automation, tools, traffic, and residual income. That acronym is ours. It's CATMO, and we use it to quickly explain exactly what we are. So to learn more, just Google the phrase ONPASSIVE CATMO, C-A-T-M-O. Now, right now, ONPASSIVE is a groundbreaking artificial intelligence information technology company. Our intellectual property, proprietary cutting-edge technology, and innovative AI base are all wrapped like a sheath around the DNA of Mr. Mufar's vision. As expected, its birthing process is already being watched and has been for a while around the globe with great anticipation. But equally amazing is going to be the arrival of the world's first unicorn colt. It's going to be able to stand on its own immediately following birth. Now, I've got a quote here from you about how we started, so I want you to get this. Quote, "We are starting much stronger than other companies like Google, etc. Our staff has come from companies like JP Morgan, Apple, Wells Fargo, etc. Like Google at its beginning, ONPASSIVE is a movement, and we too will become a global leader. In this way, we will be way above the crowd." Unquote. Now that was a year ago, and that was from Mr. Mufar, our CEO, our founder, our leader, the brainiac behind it all. Now the 3 big tech giants, Microsoft, Google, and Facebook, they took about 5 or 6 years each to hit the billion-dollar valuation mark, all right? ONPASSIVE is expected to do this in less than a year, and it's going to power a very positive global economic change that's going to disrupt the current online marketing model to allow millions to get unstuck, as Mr. Mufar says it. Now, this means that ONPASSIVE is going to lift us up and out of current circumstances concerning lack or failure through a powerful, sustainable, completely online digital marketing platform such as the world has never seen. Yes, we have a market cap of about 4.7 billion, that is with a B, because that's how many internet users there are, and they will have a reason to come and be in ONPASSIVE. And we have everything needed to fully automate the businesses. It's all scalable, it's all fair, and it's absolutely priceless. Now, the founder's position is the only feature currently available from ONPASSIVE is only available in pre-launch. It has a one-time price of $97 with a money-back guarantee. It's a yearly membership, and even though its benefits are immediate, the clock, so to speak, starts the day we open to the public. But that cost goes up to $149 just as soon as we hit soft launch in a couple of weeks. And during the soft launch, we're going to be testing the marketing and money flow platforms. So there's going to be a chance to earn money even before we open publicly. Think about this. Look at the amazing things that we've done in the last 2 years. Through GoFounders and after we open, millions of customers, eventually billions, will be able to access ONPASSIVE's life-changing platform. I've been a founder for 2 years, and believe me, I want you to be one too. We have the platforms you're looking for. Platforms that deal with email, marketing, domains and web, training and education, AI chatbots. Man, these guys are smart too. URL trackers, employee management, social media, payment solutions, webinars, crowdfunding, and a lot more, okay? And each of the categories that I just named here, these are standalone businesses. And what's more, they're all connected to each other. They're integrated, fully functional, and completely automated through AI. And this is what you've been waiting for. And you need to know that our products don't have caps on them, and that means they support unlimited use. Incidentally, this unlimited theme runs through everything inside of ONPASSIVE, and it means you can run your entire business under total automation with more products than you currently have for less than you're currently paying, and it's all one monthly affordable cost. Period. As an example, let's look at Zoom, since that's the leading webinar service, right? Did you know it costs almost $6,500 a month to host 10,000 people on a webinar? That's ludicrous. ONPASSIVE's entire suite, including unlimited webinars, is less than 1/10 of that. How about your email or social media or anything else that you're using? Are you tired of the limits? Are you tired of censorship? Man, if you're tired of that, if you're tired of getting a product and then you got to spend a small fortune to get what you need to make it work, or you got to pay extra so you can use it more, man, join us. We have one low monthly price with no upsells, and the system can pay you a lot to use it. And I don't mean a little bit, I mean a lot. And when you can successfully add 3 to your team, then your monthly fee is covered. It's what Mr. Mufara calls 3 and free. Now, a little bit ago, I gave you a quote about how we started. Now let me give you a quote about how we're finishing. Quote, "You pay and you own the world. That's it. That's what ONPASSIVE is. Everything you need to communicate, to learn, to educate, to earn, to connect with the world, to promote your business, to any activity that goes around your daily life, today's life, is already in ONPASSIVE. Once you make that payment, that light goes on." And that was a quote from Mr. Ash Mufara just last month. So let me encourage you one more time to get on board this phenomenal opportunity that's going to be able to provide for you and for your family, and going to let you be the hero, let you be the one to leave a legacy for them. If you've already been invited, please get back with the founder that previously invited you and join that team. If you haven't been invited, please go into the description box below and click one of the links and join with our team. You're going to be extremely glad that you did. This is going to turn out to be an adventure that you're absolutely going to love. It's going to change your life and the lives of your family. But whatever you decide to do, thank you so much for listening to this. I certainly appreciate it. However you decide to play things out, I wish only blessings and blessings upon you and upon your entire family.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.